Hey there, tankers, and welcome to another episode of my Let's Play World of Tanks. And this is a nice, lovely little tank destroyer compilation that I'm going to throw together here of just two battles with me and Dr. Thunder that I took from a live stream that we did. I'll actually know what the second one is, if that's from a live stream or what. But it was from a while ago. I don't think anybody actually saw this battle, but I remember it was very, very good. Otherwise, I wouldn't have kept it. It just kind of was exemplifying, you know, general tank destroyer doctrine and just generalized good places to sit and watch and wait, and then also to how to like lead your targets, you know, that are moving at distance, how to lead your targets that are, you know, running at you as opposed to running, you know, side to side. Holy crap, what in the world? Hold on, that was strange. Was that a zoom in attempt, or was that oh no, the zoom in's weird. Please tell me that. Oh man, nuts. So that's gonna be weird. We're not gonna be able to zoom in, so we'll have to just go based off the free camera instead and kind of go off of that every time that it goes to zoom in. So it's gonna take a little bit of camera work on my end. Boo for not being able to utilize the what do you want to call it, the replays. So kind of just scoping out the different what do you want to call them, choke points, which is kind of like the main thing of a TD, is to sit there and scope out the choke points, and from there it allows you to really, you know, let people come into your line of fire and take care of them that way. Now, with the T-80 scouting for us, of course we can't see that 3001 at all. He's nowhere to be found. Just kind of sitting back watching, waiting for someone to come in my line of fire. The 49 was there, could have had a shot, but sadly he zoomed around before I even had the opportunity to take a shot at him. He was in and out of line of sight before it was even possible. But with that being said, he's coming out into the open here, where we can take some pretty heavy advantage of the fact that he's running out there. Just sitting there, wait, know where he's going to be running in the open. So we sit there and try and target him. I'll pull out a bit that way so that way you can see what I'm aiming at. Got the 85B way out there in the distance, who's sitting out there. He was kind of in the open exposed, which is what I was totally aiming for. Now we have the 49 sitting here kind of behind the area. I did see a little bit of movement of the terrain and the trees there, and there he is sitting right there, which is going to be a nice, beautiful, easy shot. Take him out. Now back to focusing on the 85, because he's out here in the open again, kind of, sort of. Able to hit him, take him out back to back. Now we just got to deal with this Hetzer, who's out here in the open. Now Hetzer, big problem is HE can one-shot me, Gold can one-shot me, even AP for a Hetzer can one-shot this. Well, probably not, but it can get really close if it were to one-shotting this tank, because, well, quite honestly, a 105 is like this thing's worst nightmare. That or a really fast autoloader like the Panzer I Charlie, or I've been taken out by multiple other tanks, and I mean, it's just been like not even trying that they've taken me out. So really means that this thing has to pay a little bit more attention, really watch out where it's aiming, and really need to watch its choke points. It really needs to take advantage of choke points. And since I got lucky that Dr. Thunder took out that Hetzer, it kind of gives me the ability to go ahead and traverse in the open here. See if I can't find some stuff like this KV-1. I know he's around the bin. I don't know which way he's facing. Short answer was not facing me at all. So shoot him right in the back, light him on fire real quick, go for another quick shot, finish him off. So 2 shot of KV, which is absolutely excellent, because KV, of course, being one of the larger, more deadly targets there. Now we have some little small stuff down here around the corner that I got to deal with. Trying to hope that Dr. Thunder gets a what do you want to call it, brother in arm from us, but probably not going to happen, especially with all these other people around us. And somehow I whiff right past that guy. You know, one of those instances where you thought that for sure you're going to hit him, but never did. And now that there's really no one left, when I charged onto those two, that's when I felt that I could safely go in advance onto the targets that were back here. Especially for that guy as well. He kind of came out of nowhere, and it worked out just perfectly that he came around that bend, and I actually hit him for a pretty decent bunch of hit points there. So was able to finish him off, and sadly, no Top Gun for me, but did pretty good there. 5 kills was pretty good. Alright, let's go ahead and move on to the other one. Have to do some fancy camera work there as well. And yeah, we'll just do 2 battles real quick, make it a very short video, because I gotta go out of town this week, so we'll make the best we can with it. Alright, so here's actually an interesting battle. This is when I was trying to sync drop in with Von Choker, Dr. Thunder, and Kurgan, and somehow managed to. So we both ended, or we all 4 of us ended up on the same team. They were of course all platooned. I just sort of soloed into it. And yeah, we're all running tier 9s. We have an eclectic mix of different things. A lot of faster stuff on their end. And then of course the slow heavy hitter on my end. Then again, the Sfl IV is not exactly known to be slow. Still is a heavy hitter though. So supporting these guys, which is going to be interesting to do, seeing as they're all, you know, tuned up. They don't know where I am, and I'm not exactly 100% sure where they are at all points in time. I mean, obviously, if I were to do that, I could see where they are, so I know where they are, but the problem is, of course, when in the heat of battle, you don't have that nice lovely orange sitting on your minimap, so you don't know where they are when you're just quickly glancing, hoping that they're around you. But, needless to say, if you do get in with teammates, every little bit does help, so the simple fact that I know that they're there means that I can at least count on the fact they're going to be around me at some point in time. But anyway, we have a nice big lovely heavy hitter, and we got some juicy targets hopefully coming across. Ooh, this soupy thing. Okay, tricky camera work aside, usually what I do is I take a position up here on this little ridge line. I kind of wait and see if anybody comes out into the open, like what this IS-6 might potentially do, coming out here into the road. I was spotted, so I know not to get out too far. Saw the IS-6, fire, didn't do much, went ahead and decided to back up, because the entire point of this position is so that you're just kind of aiming right over top, get a nice lovely little position where you're mostly in cover, you have shots down onto them, and you can then back up as you go. So luckily he targeted the object instead of me, hit him, didn't do anything to him. I still hit him pretty full force. Now, not a lot is really swinging out this way. Go ahead and decide that I want to support my platoon over here, because they were at least telling me at that point in time that the platoon is here. So go ahead and come around, help them out. I noticed that Kurgan already took a massive hit, so I kind of want to do what I can. Actually, I think I turned back around to support. Oh yeah, because that's right. Dr. Thunder was telling me about how the object was killed, so he needed me to swing back around this way to help him with this area, so that way we can, worst comes to worst, be able to fight off whatever comes our way. Got a nice juicy IS-8 running right up at us. I hit him for a gigantic 800 point hit, just right place at the right time, and he just rolled right up here, and now he's just sitting right in the open. He can't do much. It's going to be a 7-point shot here for, you know, massive shell just to do 7 points of damage, but hey, that's one dead tank that is no longer on the field, especially being a tier 9. It's a massive, massive thing to clear off the table. So now what I'm doing here, still observing that center point, just waiting and seeing if anything else comes up. I believe nothing else is in order here. So we're going to go ahead and swing around, try and get down and take care of some of the things here that are actually in the center of the board, as opposed to just that alleyway. We got the 2 tanks down here. We have a ISU sitting over here somewhere, and then a Yag Tiger down that way. So right now it's about even, so I don't want to go, you know, running out and just tackling people straight out in the open. We do still have my platoon, or my buddy's platoon, my platoon, whatever you want to word it. They're still full up, so I kind of am just buying time, pulling back and forth, trying to see where everything is. Trying to actually remember what I do in this map. It's been a while since we played this one, so I'm kind of at a loss as well. I'll just go back into my normal view, so that way it's a little more what it is that I'm seeing, except when I zoom in, I'll have to pull back out with the clicking. But yeah, so wait here, thinking that AMX might potentially come out through the center here, but doesn't look like it. I still have an ISU covering my back, and then Kurgan's repositioning to overwatch the road, or the alleyway that I was watching earlier. Luckily, there's nothing really too far down here, except somehow that AMX got in all the way around, and then the Yag Tiger starts to move, but luckily I catch him as he's moving all the way across. I guess that AMX took off while I was still kind of not watching that way, and just put himself in a bad position where I was able to, he was able to get past me, but the Yag Tiger kind of stuck himself out there, and I finished that Jagdtiger off with just 2 shots because it is just the Jagdtiger 88, not the extreme Jagdtiger that I need to worry about. Now that Waffentrager, he gets aced down by the 54 and the 152, leaving all that's left is just the E75 up there, some other stuff that I haven't spotted yet, which is the Ferdinand, the Tiger, and the E75 is down there pretty much trapped. He's not going to go anywhere. So now I'm rolling back with, I believe it's, what, Thunder in the... Yeah, Thunder's in the 54 here. And we know that we need to somehow trap in this ISU. So I take a snapshot there, bounce right off him, sadly. Thunder should easily get that kill there, no problem, which he does. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to keep pressing on down to try and find out where some of the other things are. The E75 is pretty much pressed in. I think I decided that I go ahead and need to take on this E50 because just the pretty well damaged ISU back here, the E75, which has 1 shot left for me. I mean, it's just 300 hit points, but still, last thing we want is a medium running around out there without any sort of problem. So what I do is zoom, or not even zoom in, just kind of push a shot there real quick, take him out, go focused onto the Ferdy real quick since he's out here in the open and turning right at me. He hits me for a good chunk hit points, but I can of course sustain another hit or 2 from him. I hit him, light him on fire, and I don't think he's going to bother putting it out, especially with him being one of the last 2 on there. Go ahead, let him burn out. I one-shot a Ferdinand, which is a beautiful thing. So Tank Destroyer Doctrine changing into an Assault Gun Doctrine, because once you kind of get to the point where you've eliminated the majority of the team and you can feel really safe, you just turn into an Assault Gun and kind of push the luck. But anyway, so that about wraps it up here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm actually going to run out to Gen Con out in Indianapolis this weekend. So if anybody's out there, come say hi, and I of course will be meandering around doing all sorts of different things. If you want to get in contact with me while I'm out there, Twitter's the best way, @Darkling, or on Facebook, which is facebook.com/Darkling. I will, of course, try and respond to that sort of stuff. Anyway, thank you everybody for coming out, and I will catch you in the next episode, which will either be a Stronghold or maybe something a little longer. And of course, I do streaming now, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Check that out on twitch.tv/Darkling, or I might check out hitbox.tv/TheDarkling, because someone stole Darkling on that. What a jerk. Anyway, thanks everybody. Catch you later.